I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I'm the founder of the Food Truck Training Group on Facebook, co-owner with my beautiful wife, Melissa, of our own food truck. It's called Food Truck 101, and I'm the executive director of the National Street Food Vendors Association, which is a nonprofit dedicated to education, advocacy, and uplifting all food vendors. Today, we're going to be talking about how to encourage online reviews without devaluating your signature product or your brand in general. Online reviews can make or break your food truck. We all recognize that, especially food trucks that are in metropolitan areas where there's lots of competition. One of the ways that a guest makes a choice is to look at online reviews. They see a lot of good online reviews, they're probably going to try out your food truck. If they don't see a lot of reviews, they're probably going to go to somebody else that does have a lot of reviews. So reviews are important. And in fact, 88% of people trust online reviews as much as they trust a personal recommendation. So you have a friend that says, hey, go try that awesome food truck. You're probably going to go try them. If you read a review that says, hey, this is an awesome food truck, you're probably going to go try it. Those reviews are almost as good as a personal endorsement, especially if you're reviewed by somebody that has a little bit of influence. And people recognize the person that's giving the review and they go, hey, I tried other places they recommended and they've been right, so I'm going to go give this one a try as well. Reviews matter to your business. So now that we've established you've got to have those reviews, there's a couple other things that getting those reviews help. Number one is your credibility. We talked about that. It also improves your search engine ranking. The more Google reviews that you have, the more likely that Google is going to put you at the top of the list of food trucks near me. And then it gives potential guests a taste of what to expect just by reading those reviews, because they'll have hopefully many reviews to read. But here's the catch in all of this. Happy guests typically don't leave reviews unless we ask them to, because they're happy. And as soon as their hunger has been satiated, unless you have been over the top and wowed them in some way, they're not going to leave a review because they got what they wanted. They wanted to be fed, you fed them, everything's good. So they go on their merry way. And even if you did impress them, something else has caught their attention before they even have time to write a review. Typically, people write reviews for one of two reasons. They're mad about something that you did, and they want the whole world to know how awful you are, or they've been so impressed by something that you did, they want the whole world again to know how awesome you are. But the issue is what impresses people. They have an expectation of good food and good service when they go to any business. So when you meet those expectations, you've not impressed them. You've met their expectations. But when you've met those expectations, if you remind them, hey, leave us a review, it really does help us out, people will do it. So here's an example. There's a food truck in Austin, Texas. It's called Rolling Tacos. They added a QR code to the condiment station, and it says just simply, loved your meal? Leave us a quick review. So you get a QR code, and right underneath it, loved your food, leave us a quick review. What happened when they put that sticker up is they started seeing more and more reviews, and over time, they increased their total reviews about 25%. It took them about 2 months to do that. But that's a big improvement. A 25% improvement is, we need to do that. There's another food truck that I work with that does the ethical bribe, but they don't give away their signature product. They are a breakfast sandwich truck. Most people, when they get breakfast, probably are looking for milk, orange juice, or coffee. And they have coffee. They have hot coffees. It's a very strong brewed hot coffee, and they bring it down from New York. And they also have iced coffees. But to entice people to give reviews, they give away that free coffee. Now, what happens when somebody has a free coffee? They're going to buy food. So they come up and say, I want to get my free coffee. Here's the review that I wrote. And oh, by the way, give me a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. So you've made a sale without giving away the farm. That's why you don't want to put your signature product up as a freebie, because now the people have learned that, well, they can give the thing away. It can't be that valuable. You got to train your team to ask at the right time. Now, some people will come to your food truck, buy food, and take it to the office, and you never ever know if they liked it or didn't like it, and you don't have the chance to talk to them. But there are people that will go sit in their car. There are food trucks that work in courts where there's tables for people to sit down and eat. And there are some food trucks that provide some seating. So you need to go out and look for what Disney calls those magic moments. When a guest has completed the food or they're visibly happy, they've taken a bite and they're talking to each other and they're shaking their head, and they like the food. And you can tell that. You can tell that from your window. So you want to send an employee out to ask them, hey, how was that food? And oh, by the way, leave us a review. Here's a QR code you can scan and leave that review right now. There's a food truck that specializes in wood-fired pizzas. And they train their staff to say when they see those magic moments, hey, it's awesome that you're enjoying our pizza. If you don't mind, leave us a quick review on Google. It would mean the world to us. And they have a QR code that the guests can scan. Now, you can take it one step further. You can go on Amazon. You can order, they look like little blank credit cards. So they're little white cards, and they have a little chip in them that acts like a credit card. And you can touch it to the back of Apple phones, and the Apple phone will scan that chip, and the chip then directs them to whatever website you wanted to go to. There's a company out there that actually does this for you. They put a little chip in a acrylic holder and they make it real pretty looking. It says Google reviews here, and leave us a review, that kind of thing. It shows 5 stars on it. And they charge you like $50 or $60 for this acrylic holder with a little chip card in it. Well, you can buy a bunch of chip cards, roughly $1 a piece. So you can buy 20 of them for $20. You can program them with your own phone to send to the website you wanted to go to leave that review. Something they can touch super quickly. It also works on Android phones, but typically they have to turn on that near field communication to get it to work. But it does work. And it's the neatest thing because most people don't have that. Everybody's seen a QR code, but they haven't seen a little card that can be tapped to the phone and takes them directly to the place you want them to leave the review. You can create a fun incentive without devaluating that signature product. There's a lot of food truck owners that get tripped up. They offer their best-selling item or even their second best-selling item. Say you have a lobster roll or you have a signature burger that just really is stacked up and you need to put a steak knife in the thing to hold it up. Something that's super impressive and let's give it away so we can get a review. Here's the problem. You're telling your guests that your top product, the thing you are most proud of, is worth giving away for free. So what's the value of that product? You can give it away for free. It really can't cost that much, can it? Why are you charging me this big premium price? So what you want to do is offer something smaller that's less central to your brand. For example, a free drink, like we talked about Eggman in Austin, Texas. He gives away a coffee. You can do a free side item. You can do a free dessert. Those could be incentives. There's one coffee truck that gives away a free cookie for every review, and they saw their reviews on Google just jump because who doesn't like having that cookie with a coffee? Now, what we did at Burger King years ago before Google reviews was a thing, we had those 1-800 numbers. Well, hey, leave us your feedback. 1-800 blah, blah, blah. And then guests could go and leave feedback. To entice people to give us feedback because they didn't really want to do it, we would give them a free sandwich. And it was a choice of a Whopper or a chicken sandwich. And you're going, but Bill, you just said don't put your signature item on there because we know Burger King is home of the Whopper. So why would you give away a Whopper? Here's how we worked that giveaway. In order for them to redeem that free sandwich, they had to buy at full price a medium fry and a medium drink. Now, back then, when we did combos, and I know there's food truck owners that don't like combos, they'd rather be completely a la carte, but a combo increases your check average. An increased check average decreases the percentage impact of your fixed cost, which means more profitability for you. So you want to have a reason for people to come up and buy a sandwich or fry and a drink as a package. You can choose to discount it or not discount it, but you want people to think I'm coming here to get a full meal. I'm not coming here to get a sandwich and tide me over until dinner. They're having their full dinner. So you want to have that combo. So what we did at Burger King, the combos were deeply discounted. So if you bought a Whopper combo with a medium fry, medium drink, it actually was less expensive to buy it as a combo than it would be to buy the individual items separately. And you're going, well, duh, Bill, that's what combos are. They're discounted. Here's the thing. We inflated the price of the fries and the drinks to the point where it would make more sense to buy a combo and then throw away the thing you didn't want. like fries. It was cheaper than if you bought just the sandwich and drink. Essentially, the price made one of those two side things, the drink or the fry, free. Now, combos aren't priced like that anymore. Combos do have a discount in most cases, but the discount is not a full price. So back in the day, that's how we got people to redeem that, because they could come in and buy the full price French fry, the full price soda, and it ended up only being a couple dollars we were giving away had they just bought the combo to begin with. So that's how they were able to, at Burger King, get away with giving away the free product. It required a purchase anyway, and it was a decent purchase. Another thing you can do that will help encourage reviews is to feature a review on your social media. People like being the star of the show. So when you get that good review, feature it. Let other people know that, hey, we like reviews, and here's so-and-so that gave us an awesome review. Would you like to be just like them and give us a review as well? There's a food truck that's called Burger Bliss, and they posted a glowing 5-star review on their Instagram. There's a food truck that's called Burger Bliss, and they post their top 5-star review every week on Instagram. They do it every Friday as part of their Fan Fridays campaign. They encourage their guests to leave reviews, and of course there's that promise of, hey, your review might be featured on our Instagram. Not only did it boost the number of reviews, but it also increased their social media engagement because people wanted to see, hey, did mine get selected? Another great way that you can drive reviews is to hold a monthly contest. Anyone who leaves a review during the month gets a prize. And the prize doesn't have to be your signature sandwich. Could be a merch bundle like a t-shirt or your baseball cap, something with your logo on it. The idea is to get more reviews, because every review that you get is going to bring in more people to at least try your food. And then it's up to you to impress them so they want to come back. For example, there's a barbecue truck that I work with that gives away a $25 gift card every month. And the reviews tripled over the course of the season. So it's just a matter of how do you want to give something away. Now, in their case, it was a $25 gift card, but it wasn't tied to their food. It was an Amazon gift card. They could do a Visa gift card, which most likely is going to end up being returned as sales anyway, but doesn't have to be. So let's talk just real briefly why you should not use your signature product as a giveaway. There's a restaurant in California that had a free burger for a review, and it did bring in reviews because, hey, it was their signature item. But all it did was bring in people that wanted that freebie. So they would post a review to get a free sandwich. And if you think about it, because they've come in and got a free sandwich, there's another reason for them to post a review. So at what point do you kind of cut them off? They turn a single purchase into dozens of free sandwiches. And here's what some of those reviews would say. The burger was okay for a freebie, but I wouldn't pay for it. But still a review. And the terms of the leave us a review doesn't say it has to be a good review. That's not the kind of publicity you want, and certainly not the kind of reviews that you want. Your signature product should always remain special, and your guests need to feel like it's worth every single penny you charge for it. So again, use a small, thoughtful incentive, free side, a free drink, free dessert, and then ask people at the right time. So let's just go over it just real quick. You want to make it easy for a guest to leave a review. QR code or that card that you can scan that takes them directly where you want them to go to leave a review. Train your employees to ask at the right moment. If people sit around your food truck, you got to be paying attention to them as they get their meal. Are they shaking their head? Yes. Food truck I worked with years ago used to call it the bobblehead. Are they bobbleheads? Yes. Then they would run out and talk to them because they knew at that moment they were happy with the food. So look for the bobbleheads. Use incentives that don't devaluate your signature products. Highlight those reviews on your social media. Hey, we got this 5-star review. Thank you so much. And give that person their moment in the spotlight on your social media. And of course, tag them so they know you did it. You could do a monthly contest to keep those reviews coming in. You just want to put some strategy in place that doesn't require you giving away one of your top sellers. Again, if you took our menu engineering class, the stars are not the ones you want to give away. Thank you guys so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding what we do helpful, please consider subscribing. And if you really love what we do, show some support. There's a link in the description to make that happen. Until next time, you guys have a profitable day.